What's up guys, Philip here, and I am back in the garage. It's been a while since I made a product review, but I've been using a product that I have really enjoyed using. It's been a pleasure, and I also really like the company and what they are doing, what they kind of stand for. So definitely wanted to cover this one and give my thoughts on this product, and that product is the Pepin Dumbbell HD handles. Now these were sent to me by David Pepin himself from the company for a review. I paid the shipping on them. That is it. He threw in the product though. So sent me the HD handles and then also the screws necessary for heavyweight and medium weight. But he sent these for a review. I've been looking at them for a while. In fact, I have a pair of Pros as well. And when I saw that they had a pair that was even more compact handle-wise than the Pros, knowing how much I like the Pros, I really have wanted to try these for a long time. So gotten some good sessions in with them, have some good thoughts on them, overwhelmingly positive, just a little spoiler, and just wanted to run through those with you. So let's talk about those a little bit. So first I wanted to talk about the packaging. These came all the way from Canada to where I am in the western part of Tennessee in the United States. So they traveled quite a distance. And when something travels that far, if it's not packaged well, then it definitely can incur shipping damage. But these were wrapped up. I mean, they were packaged like a tank. It's honestly, it's comical how securely these were handled. So each handle and a pair of screws for that handle came in one of these barbell tubes. It's pretty cute. Looks like something you would shoot fireworks out of. And it's a very thick cardboard. And it actually has, if you can see, like staples like a barbell tube typically would, with an end cap was here to protect it. Now these also had these little partitions, these little cardboard partitions that were between each handle and the screws, each set of screws. So every single thing was partitioned from the other pieces with these little cardboard pieces. And the handles and 2 screws at a time, so a pair of screws, were shrink wrapped individually in these barbell tubes. Now, if that wasn't enough, then these barbell tubes also came in a box like this for each one, and it was secured. So as far as a packing job, I have a lot of gym equipment in here, and I haven't seen anything packaged this securely. So these should come to you in pristine condition, ready to use. Now, as far as using these, I have done everything from 30-pound concentrate, 33-pound technically, concentration curls up to a 203-pound dumbbell row. I've done everything in between that as well, sets of Romanian deadlifts with the dumbbells with 150s, some pressing with 118s, 130s, that kind of weight. So really tested these through a variety of weight ranges, because unlike some people in this review space, I like to actually test the equipment that I am using and reviewing.
I'm out here clanging and banging away, and I get that spidey sense that someone's talking about me.
So with that being said, these dumbbell handles functioned admirably through every test that I have put them through. They feel as much like a normal dumbbell when they are loaded as any adjustable dumbbell handle that I have used. Now, I've used the old form of Badass dumbbell handles, the new form of Badass dumbbell handles. I've used the Pepin Pros, as I've said, and then also these Pepin HDs. Now, I have not used the Iron Masters, but I know for a fact Iron Masters are a little bit longer than these handles. And the reason these are so special and why you should not consider a different pair if you are going to go down this avenue with these bougie spin locks is these handles are more compact than really anything else like them on the market. Now, they come in at about 5.9 inches long as opposed to the 6.6 inch long Pro handle, and then the about 7-inch long Badass handle from my best memory. And then Iron Masters, don't remember off the top of my head, but I believe they're about 6.5 inches long, I want to say. So pretty similar to these Pros. And if I hold both of these, you can see how compact that is in my hand, and you can see how this Pro kind of, you know, protrudes on each side. So if you see them side by side, this HD handle is so much more compact. The reason that is important is not really for the lighter weights. When you have an adjustable dumbbell handle, it's been my experience that really whatever you use, it doesn't feel that much different than an adjustable handle when you are using it for light weights. But if you are using a handle like this for a heavy weight, a heavy row, a heavy press, anything like that, you don't want a long handle because your wrist becomes a limiting factor. Well, these handles feel so much more compact. It really feels like the weight is centered around your hand like a normal dumbbell would, and it allows you to press and row heavily, more comfortably, more securely, and more confidently. Now, these HDs do come in a 37 millimeter and 34.5 millimeter thickness. So these are actually the 37 millimeter, and I like them a lot, but I have a pretty big hand, so it's more comfortable for me pressing and rowing. It just fits in my hand better, this thicker handle. If you don't really want a handle that thick, I believe these are about 34.5 millimeters thick. So just to give you an idea, I don't know if you can really see the difference, but if your hand is a little smaller, then the 34.5 might feel a little bit more comfortable, but 37 and 34.5 millimeter thickness. Now it does come in black Cerakote and a nickel plating, and it comes with a really nice fit and finish. A lot of things that you would want to see from a premium product. This screams premium. It is definitely, it's crafted very well. It definitely does not look like a rough draft. It has different features that you would not really think about that much, but that really help, such as it has a rubber sort of strip where the plates sit, and it really grips. The plates really grip, creates a tight fit once you screw that handle down. These screws are actually the stars of the show. They look incredible. The screw head actually has a laser cut DP for dumbbell Pepin on them. This is a fully CNC machined piece of steel with a nice thread. It also has the rubber little gasket here. Again, the rubber here and the rubber here creates a very tight seal on the plates once you screw this handle down. So very nice. These screws actually function. They're very smooth. They slide on and off very smoothly. So that's very nice. They feel nice to use. So very nice. No like rough edges or anything like that. Very polished product. And I've used a number of types of handles like this, and by far these blew me away when I first took them out of the packaging. It absolutely blew me away, the fit and the finish of these. So as far as knurling is concerned, it's got not a super aggressive knurling, the one that I have. It's a volcano style knurling, and I would liken it mostly to maybe like an Ohio bar, if you're familiar with that. But it's enough to be grippy. Now, these actually, with 3/4 inch 10-pound plates, can get up to about 145 pounds per dumbbell with these heavy screws. Now, I have 12.5 pound plates that are 3/4 inch, and I again have pushed one of these handles, little sketchy, pushed one of these handles past 200 pounds for a dumbbell row. So as far as, you know, for extremely heavy users, like extremely heavy weights, I would say that maybe they should consider, you know, manufacturing or teaming up with a company who manufactures, you know, a more compact plate, or a plate, you know, that's a little bit heavier for that 3/4 inch diameter, that would behoove them, you know, for people like me. But again, am I a big enough subset of their target audience to really warrant that? So plates could go a little bit heavier in my opinion. Other than that, I mean, guys, I really can't think of too much negative to say about these, especially considering their competition. I think these have been exemplary. Now, I will say this black Cerakote, again, they come in nickel plating and black Cerakote. This black Cerakote, it can scratch over time. That's another, maybe one other nitpick. I was an idiot and I loaded one of these up to about 110 pounds and then wrapped a dip chain around the dumbbell to do a set of weighted dips. Now, I'm of the opinion that gym equipment with battle scars is sexy, but again, probably don't want to, you know, scratch the Cerakote off your new handles. Now, I guess the other downside is these are pretty pricey. I mean, you can find cheaper handles than this as far as the HDs are concerned. If you don't get the screws, then they're about $220 Canadian. And then if you do get the screws, they're about $619 Canadian, and that's not including the shipping that you pay, which is about $80 Canadian. So you do translation on that. So, I mean, they are definitely priced as a premium product, but I fully believe that they are a premium product, especially considering one other note. It seems that if you already have pros, the screws that you have for the pros are also compatible with the HDs. So these are, you know, an older form of the screw, more early version, if you want to say. If I can get this to work. But I actually used these when I was doing the heavier, the lighter weights. So if you see, the new type of screw or an old type of screw actually works on the HD. So you might not even have to buy the screws over if you want to use these. Just buy the handles. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely worth mentioning. So overall, I would give these an A, a straight A. And I almost feel strongly enough to say you shouldn't consider another handle of this form if you're going to go in this direction with a bougie spin lock. So if y'all have any other questions, I'm sure there's a lot that I did miss in this review. Drop it down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to answer if I have the answer. But until next time, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night.